Meat bicycle!
Hello everybody, how are we all doing today? So here it is, basically the 4,000 subscriber Q&A special. So I put the video up a few weeks ago asking for all your guys' questions, and I said that I'll be doing a bit of a Q&A session just for the celebrate me getting 4,000 subscribers. Now I know that's not a milestone like the 1,000 or 10 or 100,000, things like that, and I don't do these every 1,000 subscribers. I think I did one for 1,000 and one for 2, but I just thought with it being nearly the end of Borderlands 2, getting a bit quieter on the videos, although I'm still releasing every day, I'm just think this is a good time really to do this because the pre-sequel will be coming out soon, and I will be flat out with the videos. Definitely, honestly going to cover absolutely everything I can on the pre-sequel. Really going to go for it on videos and that. So I thought it would be a good time to do a bit of a Q&A special with you guys, get some questions in, get to know me a bit better maybe, or just ask me whatever you want. So here it is. So like I said, we put the thread up a few weeks ago asking for questions. Loads of questions came in, absolutely loads. Some quite good ones, some really random ones actually, you'll see that later. But just going to explain, in the actual footage you're watching is what I call, I like my farming and my roots and things like that. And this is, well, the start, mainly all of, depending on how far we get in it, of basically an ultimate one only legendary hunt, run, whatever. You've seen my ultimate farming routes, things like that. It's basically an adaptation of that, except I'm not going for every single chest. I'm just basically going for every boss, every red chest, or every chest where we're going to get a chance to get pearls, legendaries, things like that. So I won't be getting all the white chests, the crappy doll chests as I call them. It'll be red chests, big doll chests, the older Borderlands style red chests, things like that, and we're going for every single boss. So that'll be going on in the background. Just keep an eye out, maybe I get a legendary, maybe I don't, spoilers. But yeah, it's basically an all-out farming route. I was planning on doing this really for the kind of like a farewell video to Borderlands, although I won't be stopping completely doing Borderlands videos. We'll come back to it eventually, but pre-sequel will be taking out a lot of my time over the next couple of months, so it's kind of did this as like a bit of a farewell to Borderlands, kind of a thank you to Borderlands maybe, so keep an eye out for that. We won't complete the whole run in this video, you'll just get to see most of it, but one of my last videos before the pre-sequel comes out will just be a hell of a farming route from start to finish, every boss and every red chest. So I'm going to stop mumbling now and get on with the Q&A. So first I'd just like to obviously say a massive thank you to everyone. 4,000 people is really unbelievable. I actually didn't think, I'm quite an ambitious person, I like to achieve goals and things like that, but I didn't think, it was pretty much nearly exactly a year ago actually, I think it was October last year, when I first decided to start doing Borderlands videos. I've played Borderlands since, quite early on, the original Borderlands, but I played a hell of a lot of Borderlands 2, but never covered them on YouTube. So when I started doing Borderlands 2 videos, I was kind of a year and a half behind, and a year and a half behind game, you don't expect to get that much coverage on YouTube, and to go from 30 subs to over 4,000 in less than a year for a nearly 2-year-old game, I'm pretty happy with. That's absolutely fantastic, and just goes to show this game is in no way near dead. But yeah, thank you everyone, all 4,000 of you. I mean, I see you commenting all the time. I'm starting to recognise more and more people. I've got what I call my loyalists, some people that just comment on every single video. I won't name all of you, but I just see people all the time, and you're just there in every video, and comments are pretty much always positive. I don't get many bad comments from people, so it just goes to show that most of my subs are well, I'd say all but 1 or 2 maybe sometimes that you get comments that I've had in God knows how many I've had have been a bit negative, but it's nearly 100% positive all the time from people asking questions, giving me good feedback. I like good feedback. I like negative feedback though, so if you ever want me to improve on something, just tell me. I won't get offended. as long as you don't, you know, be a dick about it or anything like that. But yeah, 4,000 people, that's just mega. Thank you, everybody. So I actually sat down and I was just going to read this from the thread in no order, just as they came, read questions out, but I like to be a bit organised sometimes. So I've actually sat down and wrote them all down, every question pretty much. I don't think I've missed anyone out here. And I've put them in a bit of an order into some little subcategories as well, so we can get some order to this, because there were a few questions asked twice by different people and things like that. So I'm going to try and mention everyone, but yeah, trying kind of in an order. So we're going to go for like personal questions first, and then YouTube/Twitch related questions, Borderlands questions, pre-sequel questions, general gaming, and then just some nice funny random ones at the end. So yeah, let's kick off then. So personal questions. So I apologise as well if I get any of your names wrong. I'm going to try and pronounce them as good as I can, but you know, I might not get them all right. There are some weird ones in here, but there are some pretty easy ones. So like I said, if I get your name wrong, just tell me in the comments that I'm an idiot and I've pronounced your name wrong. So yeah, without further ado, here we go. So first question from MeDaps and also McTatify, both asked, what is my real name? My real name is Steve. That's Steve with a V, not with a PH as well, which I like to make people make sure. My name's not Stephen, it is Stephen. So I've never understood why the spelling PH pronounces it as a V, but yeah, I actually got what I call the best spelling of the name Steve. And McTatify also asked, as well as my real name, where do I live? I actually live in the UK, England to be more precise, in kind of, well, if anyone's from the UK, it's Midlands towards the east coast kind of thing. I'm not going to give it, you know, exact, because, well, you never give really details away on the internet. Probably can go for the county, but if anyone wants to know the county I live in England, I will tell them, but I don't want to paste it too much over the internet. But yeah, I'm from mid to east England. And Charlie Miners also asked that as well. Where am I from? Sorry, I missed you out there. Like I said, from England. Miguel Molina asks how old I am. I am 25. And Cole Azevedo asks, what is my everyday routine? My everyday routine really is, I do work, so you know, obviously YouTube does pay, you know, a nice revenue. It gives you a bit of pocket money and that, but you really can't make a living off it until you go really big. So I do actually have a job. It's quite a tasking job kind of thing. It is manual labour. I work in a factory, but it's the hours really that get me. But my normal everyday routine when I'm not at work is I'll get up, I'll go downstairs, have a cup of tea, have a fag, you know, let the dog out, little just general things like that. But most of the time when my girlfriend's at work in the day, I will get up and I will play. I'll do YouTube videos, I'll mess around. I'll generally sit there recording most of the time, trying to figure things out, get some routes done, things like that, tips and tricks videos, or legendary run, things like that. I'll generally, when I'm not talking, doing the let's play and things like that, and I'm actually just sitting there getting footage, I'll just sit in my computer recording away, and I'll have my phone on YouTube. Constantly got YouTube on, really, things like that. So yeah, it's pretty easy really, and then I'll just pick her up later on, watch a bit of Netflix, you know, we like watching films, series, things like that, just a general day really. But I'll tie this into the next question as well. I am Loose Cannon asks, takes a lot of thought and time to create these videos. Do you still have, and if so, what is your paid work and how do you find the time to do both? So like I was saying, I do work, it's in a factory, and it's in the print industry, so we print like film and things like that, for food, packaging, all sorts of things. But it's shift work, it's long shift work as well, 12 hours, sometimes we do nights, sometimes we do days, it alternates week by week. It's basically a 3 on 3 off shift pattern kind of thing on four different shifts. So it is quite tasking. 12 hours is quite a long time. I will say the hours aren't that bad really. We do work long hours, but we only work 3 days a week and then get 3 off kind of thing. But you know, you've got to cover your opposite sometimes. The person on the opposite shift books a holiday. If he books 3 days off, you're working your 3 days, then his 3 days, then your 3 nights, and you know, if he books 2 weeks off, you're in for 2.5 weeks solid, 12 hours, 7 days a week. It's quite tough sometimes, but generally 3 days a week working gives me plenty of time to do videos and things like that, so I can't complain too much. The job actually works well around YouTube, really. So that's the end of the personal questions anyway. So we're going to move on to YouTube and Twitch related questions next. So Kyle Morris asks, what made you choose the name The Messiah? This actually goes back quite a few years now to the quite early days of Call of Duty Online, COD 4 and World at War, somewhere around that kind of time. Basically I do play a lot of Call of Duty, and I used to play a hell of a lot. I used to just live on it, and as you know, I won't say I'm amazing, but I'm really good. I do end up winning most matches on, team deathmatch lobbies, free for all, things like that. I'm not the best. I'm just I think I just play it that much sometimes. You can't not be quite good at it, if you know what I mean. You just get to know things that other people don't. Roots, pick up on things. So one night I was on with a few friends, and I was just kind of absolutely tearing through everyone. I had one of them really lucky runs where people were just running into me and I was just gunning them down, and I ended up getting about 40 odd kills on team deathmatch, and one of my mates just turned around as a joke and said, wow, God mode or something like that, and it was a completely random event, and I turned around and I just randomly shouted out over the mic, I am the Messiah, and everyone started laughing like that, and I was like, oh, that would be a good Steam name. So that was it. I just decided to change it to that. I never really had an amazing name. I kind of switched between names and things like that. But since I called that out, I kind of left it up there. And I know it's a bit big-headed kind of thing, but it's what I've been called for so long. I just kind of kept it like that. I mean, I'm no messiah really, but I just thought it'd be funny to, especially in COD when you get a lot of trolls about and things like that. It just kind of, and a lot of ragers. It just kind of makes it funny when you're called the Messiah and you're running around just blowing people up and killing them and getting them raging. So that's how that came about anyway. GSM Back asks, how did you get into gaming? That was actually credit to my friend. His name's Matt. You might be seeing him, Matt, actually, if we plan on doing a pre-sequel little playthrough together on launch night, quite an all-night session kind of thing. So you'll probably see a bit of Matt on my channel in a few weeks' time. Real funny lad. IT genius. Give him credit. He's the one who's responsible for my 2 intros that I've done. He built my gaming PC a few weeks ago. This new PC, it's made it possible to, record in 1080p, and it's just an absolutely mega build. And he brainchilded it all and things like that. And he was the one who actually got me into gaming. When I was about 13, I think I stopped playing games. I used to just live on the PlayStation, and actually got what most people call a life. I started going out and things like that, and I just never completely got out of the gaming industry, and never played PC till one day round his house, and he let me have a little go on, I think it was I always remember it's the Spec Ops mission on Modern Warfare 2, where you're on the bridge, and some of you guys who play COD will probably remember it. You're fighting your way across the bridge, and he said give it a go. I'd sat there a few times and watched him play Left 4 Dead and things like that, and a bit of Call of Duty, and I had a go, and I was just absolutely hooked from there. He sorted me out, built me my first gaming PC, and we played a lot of Left 4 Dead together, a lot of Left 4 Dead 2, completed all that. He's like me, just absolutely loves achievements and things like that, so we worked for hours getting every achievement on all these games, played a lot of Spec Ops missions together on COD, and unfortunately for him, who never gets to see me much anymore because I'm always sat recording, I do still keep in touch, but he started this obsession, and I just absolutely loved it since then. So credit goes to him for that. And got a couple of same questions here. Sam Lombardi, and this is Coney Pony, asks, why did you start YouTube? And NBA Morse 10 asked, how do you keep yourself motivated to do YouTube? So I started YouTube basically because I found myself on a few things, especially in Borderlands, mainly in COD and that, just constantly looking up things on YouTube, how to do this, where do I find that, things like that. And I thought to myself, when I didn't get the results I wanted half the time, I thought, well, why don't I go ahead and try it? You know, I'm constantly looking up things, so I can't be the only person doing this. Half the time I'm not finding the answers I want, or things I want, so why not do it myself? And then everyone else who is in the same boat as me can actually, you know, benefit from it. And I thought, stop being so lazy and looking things up, find things out for yourself, and cover it. So that's how I started it. How do I keep myself motivated to do YouTube? Basically, like I said, I'm a fool for, I love numbers and achieving goals and things like that. So every time I get a sub, I see my total rising a little bit. I see all the comments coming in, people saying thanks, this has helped so much and things like that. And that's basically what keeps me motivated, really. And I'm not going to lie either, earning a bit of money out of it from my videos, and that no one can say that won't keep you motivated. Every month when you get paid a bit more, and you get more, you know, views and things, and you see your money going up a little bit, that does help as well. But it is generally for the love of, you know, just playing and posting and helping people and things like that. That's what keeps me motivated. So Total Eclipse 13 asks, who is my favourite YouTuber? And that is pretty simple, really. I do watch one guy more than anyone else. I say guy kind of crew. I'll watch a lot of KYR Speedy and Jehovah and people like that general group there. Everyone should know him, really. I mean, he's got 8 million subs. He's not exactly a small time YouTuber. Just the whole crew just makes me laugh. I'm constantly watching their kind of videos. But I do watch quite a lot of the Borderlands guys. I'm sub to Mac and Baru, people like that. They're so helpful. I mean, I think I've been a sub for Goff since he real little numbers when he was, you know, just started out. And now to watch Baru, Goff and them and Mac go up to over 50,000, all of them now, and things like that. They're doing really well. So they kind of tie into the next question as well. Who inspired you to start YouTube? No one really directly inspired me. I was subbed to quite a lot of the old COD trolls and that from years ago, like I forgot his name, Killer Carrot, General Minus, things like that. They made me start actually, you know, posting Call of Duty videos onto YouTube. But every man and his dog created COD videos, so I never really got anywhere. I've never really been, you know, motivated to troll people and things like that. But they kind of got me, you know, started on the whole track of recording and things like that. And I just thought I'd start doing guides. I like helping, like I said, I like answering people's questions, things like that. So that's what made me do that. What made you do Borderlands videos, and how did you get into Borderlands? Well, like I've already said, that was AP Crowbat, by the way, 01320. So sorry for missing your name there. What made me do Borderlands videos? Like I said, it just got to the point where I was constantly searching for answers and things like that from people. Always going on YouTube asking things, so I just had to start doing it myself, answering my own questions, kind of thing, in a way. If I've got a question, I'll look it up. I think to myself, right, when I've asked this question, I'm going to find the answer out, and then I'm going to cover it myself, so I know, you know, how to do it, or just put my own twist on it and things like that. So that's how I got there. And how did I get into Borderlands? Again, I'm going to mention him a few times here. That was my friend Matt. He just one day, after playing a lot of Left 4 Dead and things like that, Spec Ops on COD, getting a bit bored of it, one day he rang me up and said, I've got a new game, come round and give it a try. And I always remember it, actually. I always thought it's kind of not, you know, because I played a lot of COD and things like that, it was kind of a bit out of my comfort zone, Borderlands. But I always remember it was in Borderlands 1. He was still in Firestone. It wasn't right near the beginning. It was actually where he took on, I can't remember his name now. He's a robot in, it's not Wilhelm, by the way. He's a robot in Borderlands 2 now. You see him in the Arid Nexus Badlands. I can't believe I forgot his name. But yeah, he was kind of just outside, you know, the Firestone, and he let me have a little go on it and just running around shooting skags and things like that. And we played a bit more, bought it because it was quite cheapish. So and we played through the whole thing. And since then, I've just absolutely loved it and gone from there, really. Trevi Chips, what game made you stay with PC as a gaming platform? That will be Modern Warfare 2. I played a lot of Modern Warfare 2, like more than any COD, I think, at the minute. I've played a lot of COD, you know, I've played them all since pretty much Modern Warfare 2, maybe a bit before it. but PC wise it was Modern Warfare 2, and it was just, you know, from there kind of thing. It was an obsession at one point really. So yeah, that's how I got into stay with PC basically, or the CODs. It's one of my biggest games I've ever played. So Nightmare 1117 asks, when are you going to start live streaming? I keep saying I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. I need to look into it. I'll be totally honest with you, I really do want to do it. I just haven't looked into it yet. I said when I got back off holiday I'll look into it. So I will definitely be looking into live streaming. I do want to start doing Twitch, so that will definitely be coming up in the future. I'm trying to get it done before pre-sequel comes out. I'd love to do a you know, a live stream for the whole playthrough pre-sequel. So it will be coming, guys, don't worry at all, and it's something I definitely plan on doing. And then finally, for the game-related questions, Just Jesus asks, can you change the intro? Which intro is that? Is that the Messiah one, or is that the new Borderlands kind of bandit one? And I get quite a lot of people commenting on that new Borderlands bandit intro, saying it's creepy and it scares them late at night and things like that. I love it basically. I'm sorry, I'm not going to change it. I like it. Is a bit, yeah, it's a bit strange. It's different though, and that's what I like about it. And I just said to Matt one day, like I said, he was the one who made it. Just, can you make me an intro? He said, you know, what do you want? And I said, just whatever you feel. And he came up with that, and it was just so kind of funny. I think it's not really creepy. I love the bandit one, and it's just different from the typical YouTube introduction where you've just got a load of things flying about on the screen and dubstep in the background. It's nice to be different, I think. So I do like the intro. I think I do actually think he's pretty genius for making that intro. It was pretty funny. So on to the Borderlands related questions now. Jonathan McKinley says, what made you play Borderlands? Like I said, it was Matt, and he just invited me around one day and played it, and it went from there. Floyd Bischoff asks, what's my favourite legendary? Well, come on, you know me by now. It's obviously my Badabooms. Absolutely love them. And Northfleet, it's 2 Badabooms, 2 Northfleets, my favourite on the Berserker. I use that for a hell of a lot of my farming and things like that. But yeah, definitely Badabooms, but I do use the Northfleets. Quite like the Unkempt Herald, but obviously that's quite obvious reasons. The Lyuda is real good, especially with Zero. I absolutely love the Lyuda, but it does work with quite a lot of the good characters. The Blue Apple asks, what's my favourite Pearl? Oh, this Pearl. Do you know what? Say Pearls are a higher tier rarity than legendaries. I'd say 90% of all Pearls are, in my opinion, crap, and I don't like them at all. I just think they're so... Pearls in Borderlands 1 were the dogs. They were absolutely amazing. Pearls in Borderlands 2 I think have been really disappointing, but if I had to name my favourite Pearl, it'd probably be the Butcher. I did have a corrosive Butcher for quite a while. I do like that shotgun. A lot of people don't like it, but I don't mind that Storm Sniper Rifle as well. I think that's alright, but I'd definitely say the Butcher's the only one I really play with a lot. Manvir Man asks, who do I think's better, Gage or Krieg? And what's my favourite character, including DLC characters? So, better, Gage or Krieg. At low level, Gage and Necromancer, especially in True Vault Hunter mode, I found was like just unbelievable. You could just leave Death Trap to go out and slay people, but in Overpower 8, he just did no damage at all. So in the earlier playthroughs, Gage was pretty damn good, I think. Like I said, you could just send Death Trap out. He'd go behind everyone, turn them all around. You could just sit there popping it while he's killing everyone. So I did like Gage in the earlier playthroughs. Krieg, I never really gave Krieg a massive chance. I did do a full playthrough with him to Overpower 8. I didn't enjoy that as much as I thought I would. So I'm going to say earlier playthroughs, Gage definitely the best. Krieg later on comes into his own kind of thing, especially with that Flame of the Fire running around. You know, he's pretty damn good. So yeah, I'd say early levels, Gage. Later on, it's definitely Krieg. Right, next question. What was my favourite character, including DLC characters? He's not in it that much, but one of my favourite, like, characters in the actual game was Crazy Earl from the first one. I do think he's so just that one quote is really funny. Obviously Tiny Tina, she's amazing little creation, and Mr. Torg, they're my favourite characters in the game. But if that means who's my favourite character to play, obviously Berserker. I love my Berserker. That was my first character I ever played. I think I've done like 12 or 13 characters now, but my Berserker definitely the best. Berserker rocket jumping or Berserker, you know, normal. I'd still think it's my rocket jumping Berserker. It doesn't do as much damage as the typical Grog Nozzle and Harold Berserker does in Overpower 8, but I do love just rocket jumping. It's brilliant. I'm going to miss it if it's not in the pre-sequel, which I'm pretty sure it's not going to be. But that's my definite character, playable character. Next question. What is your favourite character from Borderlands 2, including NPCs? From Charlie Miners again. He asked quite a lot of questions in this, so thanks for that, Charlie. Like I said, including NPCs, it's got to be for his little line, Crazy Earl, or I think Mr. Torg was just hilarious. I do really like him, and of course Tina. J-Key, J-A-1 Key, favourite quote in Borderlands 2. One of my favourites, obviously, like I've just said, is Crazy Earl from the first one. Whenever you go up to the Eridium shop and you just get, what you want? I do think that's hilarious, just pretty much from the first one that comes from. One of my favourite quotes is that part in Sanctuary where it's being attacked by the moon base and it's just about to take off, and Scooter just yells, "Catch a ride!" That was I remember playing that for the first time, and that it kind of, I know it sounds sad, it kind of like sent a little chill down my spine when he said it. Just seeing this whole city basically flying away with Scooter yelling one of the most famous quotes on Borderlands. Brilliant, utter genius whoever thought of that. So that's definitely my favourite quote. Okay, Ken Pachi Ramasama, I do apologise if I pronounce that wrong, asks, will I spawn in a Thunderbolt Fist if Sparky and Flint don't drop it, even after 4,000 times? And how long does it take you to record a single episode of the Legendary Run? No, I won't spawn in a Thunderbolt Fist. I will get it eventually. I'm determined to get it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to put all my hopes on Sparky for that one. But hopefully I can get around to getting that Thunderbolt Fist, because it's kind of like the thorn in my foot of the Legendary Run so far. I do keep going back to Flint for try and get it, but he's just not dropping it. And if I do get it now, I'm level 28 now, I think, in the Legendary Run, and I think Flint's like level 6 or something like that. So even if I do get it, it'll go straight into the bank. How long does it take me to record an episode of the Legendary Run? Depending on how many legendaries I decide to go for. I'm doing a lot of triple legendary drops at the minute. Spoilers, by the way, but expect a few of them to come up. Generally, it takes me, you know, about half an hour to actually record it, and then I'll sit there and farm the boss. Depending on how quick the boss is, there's so many variables in it, or how many, you know, I'm going for, or things like that, how long the run is to get to them. It generally takes an hour or two, I'd say, a couple of hours, and then obviously I've got to record over it, edit it together. I'd say a Legendary Run takes a few hours to record in all. It's not too bad, really. But Charlie Miners, again, asks what is the dubstep song I use in my top 5 videos. I actually don't know the name of it. If anyone could maybe Shazam it and post it in here for him. In fact, I might go and do that myself, but I don't want to switch over to my PC audio and try it, because I've got my headphones all set up, and I can't actually do it at the minute, obviously, because I'm recording this. But I will look that up for you, or someone in the comments. Please go to one of my top 5s and see if you can get it from that. But obviously you've got my voice over it, so it might be a bit hard. It is literally a free song from one of the libraries of my gaming partner that you get free, and it's just called Atmospheric Dubstep. So I don't know about the name, but I'm sure if you Shazam it, it should come up. King of Smoke, would you ever want Tiny Tina as a playable character? That is a definite. I think everyone would love to see that at some point, so I definitely would love to see that. That would be amazing, playing as Tina. Hip Hop Hobo, do you think it would be a good idea to play as a Goliath but the stats were balanced and not OP? That is a really good idea actually. I like the fact that they brought Krieg in because, you know, someone from the other side, one of the enemies kind of playing through it. So we've had a Psycho, a Goliath would be awesome. You know, just the obviously your skill tree would be something like you take your own helmet off or something like that and just go into complete rage mode. That'd be pretty good. I would definitely love to see that. That's a damn good idea, and hopefully Gearbox might look into that at some point. Terry Worrell, who would win in a fight between Captain Scarlet and Moxie? That is hard because Captain Scarlet is pretty well, you know, well trained, bit of an outlaw kind of thing. We've seen her in obviously the first DLC. She was pretty tough, but I still think Moxie is one bad bitch, and I think Moxie would kick her ass any day. A lot of years experience behind Moxie, so age over experience and all that. I think Moxie would kick her ass. Terry Worrell again, Borderlands 1 or 2. Whew. There's a lot of faults in Borderlands 2, but that has been the game I've played more than Borderlands 1. I know Borderlands 2 like the back of my hands now. I definitely really did enjoy it. So I'd say Borderlands 2 pre-Overpower 8, because it's no lie, Overpower 8 is kind of sport the game a little bit. It wasn't too bad. It was a good idea, but it just needed balancing a lot better than it was. And they did try in a way, Gearbox did, to patch things and that, but I don't think they tried hard enough to get it perfect. Kind of was just thrown out there and, oh well, you know, this is this and no, I can't be bothered anymore kind of thing. That might not be the case, but that's the way it feels really. He also asks Terry Worrell again, what's the worst legendary in Borderlands? I'd definitely say the Cradle, the legendary shield I think you get from Henry. It's pretty useless. There are a few out there, the Invader, Whiskey Tango, Foxtrot, things like that. Mainly quite a lot of shields and that, they're just not amazing. And finally from Terry Worrell, best weapon from Michael Marmaril. I haven't seen him in so long actually, really. I mean, I probably have to stop looking out for him in a way, but I just have not seen him in absolutely ages. But I always remember the first weapon I got from him. I think that was probably the best. It was when I was quite a lowish level, and he pulled out this, I think it was a blue Maliwan slag SMG, and I kept that for most of the rest of the playthrough, and that's the actual one he gave me. I got the achievement for finding him on, so that was pretty awesome. It's a shame he don't give out a legendary now and again, but he's just there to just, you know, a little extra to be known kind of thing, so that was pretty handy really. It did help quite a lot. So onto a few little pre-sequel questions. I've got Floyd Bischoff asking thoughts on the pre-sequel. My thoughts are, I think it's going to be pretty damn good. I hope it's as big as Borderlands 2. A lot of people were speculating that it's just going to be like a big DLC, but I'm hopeful it's as big as Borderlands 2, definitely. Make it a lot more playable. And obviously Gearbox to do like the DLC, is going to get plenty of DLCs for it hopefully as well. So yeah, I do hope it's going to be pretty good in that respect. Trevor Sluder, what character am I planning on playing first in the pre-sequel? It all depends. I'm pretty sure we're going to be doing a dual playthrough with Matt, my friend, who I've mentioned quite a few times already. I think he's planning on Wilhelm. I do want to do Wilhelm first, but I might save Wilhelm for the a single player playthrough that I do. Obviously I'll be playing with all four pretty quickly and trying to get them all maxed out. But if he plays for Wilhelm, I think I'm going to maybe do Nisha. I was going to do Athena, but I kind of want to do a solo playthrough of Athena, kind of a Captain America style playthrough, you know, with a shield and that, just a little solo beast kind of thing. But we'll see. I think I'm going to go Nisha maybe first. Definitely not Claptrap. Too random really. I want to get to know the game before I play as Claptrap. Claptrap's going to be a good laugh, but I think I'll stick with Nisha first if I do play with Matt. If I don't play with Matt for whatever reason, I'm pretty sure we are going to on launch night, but I'll play Wilhelm. But for now, I'd say probably Nisha. And Adam Vaughan, who are you most excited to play in the pre-sequel? In a way, Claptrap. It's just so random. It's so Gearbox, you know, humour. It's going to be a good laugh, really. So I'm quite excited to play them, really. Right, a couple of general gaming questions now. Quijibo561, what was your first major game? My first major game was I would say Modern Warfare 2, but it was probably Left 4 Dead actually, the first Left 4 Dead. That was the first major game me and Matt played together. Android 688, what's my favourite franchise beside Borderlands? It will have to be either Call of Duty or Minecraft really at the minute. I've played a lot of both, a hell of a lot of both. I'm just started posting Minecraft to my channel, so I do play a lot of that at the minute, but Call of Duty has always been there for me really. Luke Riley, will I ever play any other games apart from Borderlands? Maybe Dark Souls 1 or 2 for example. Never really looked into Dark Souls. I will be playing other games definitely. Now I've got quite a good subscriber base. That was my main focus, just to get one game out there and get a few subs on that. Always open to taking suggestions from people. If you ever mention anything, any other games to play, I'll definitely look into it. I'm going to start posting more games. But obviously, you know, like I said, I've got a job and things like that, so it's hard sometimes. My main focus will always be Borderlands for the foreseeable future. But I have started posting Minecraft, as I've already mentioned, and also when the new Call of Duty comes out, I might do a few videos on that. Like I said, I don't think I'll ever get big on Call of Duty because there's so many people that do them. But I have posted quite a few COD videos to my channel before. Every year when they come out, I always do achievement guides and things like that, and a few little jumps and spots and out of map glitches and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll definitely look into that. Right, finally, we're coming towards the end of it now, with a few random questions here and there. So some of them are, well, quite strange, but some are pretty just random anyway. So, National Park Sign asks favourite teas, as in the drink, that is not the evening meal. Quite a few people will be surprised at this, but tea to me means the meal you have at about 5 to 7 o'clock. I think most people call that dinner, but from where we're from we call it tea. Favourite teas, I'm not sure if you meant like flavoured teas, herbal teas or stuff like that, or just like the brand of actual a cup of tea. I'm not fussy. I drink a lot of tea anyway. I drink 20 cups of tea a day sometimes when I'm on my own recording and stuff like that. I do drink a lot of tea. Just generally buy things like PG tips and that. My missus quite likes that Twining stuff. It's tea to me, so but I just prefer the cheap brands, the nice, okay, you know, Thai food, Yorkshire tea, anything like that in England. But mainly it's things like PG tips or Tetley. Charlie Miners, Marmite, love it or hate it. I wouldn't say I hate it, but I don't think I've ever tried it, to be fair. I think I smelt it once and it smelt disgusting. I've just never tried it since. But I'll say neutral on that one. Floyd Bischoff, Coke or Pepsi? I can't taste the difference. Now I know a lot of it's quite big in America apparently. You've got states, haven't you, which are like Coke states or Pepsi states, someone was telling me. Generally I tend to go for Coke just because it's, you know, kind of the bigger one over here, but we do get Coke and Pepsi, and I really just don't taste the difference really. I do like cherry Coke quite a lot, but I drink Dr Pepper mainly with my vodka, so I'd say Dr Pepper over both of them. But Mohammed Ahmed, why are you so creepy? I'm not sure if creepy is a word that I haven't picked up on yet. I'm guessing you mean creepy. I won't mind you you know, going into that a bit more. Why me being creepy in general, or like my intros being a bit creepy or whatever? Why I didn't know that I was creepy. So yeah, let us know what you mean by that. But if to answer your question now, I'm not sure I am creepy really, but we'll see. We'll see. Probably go into that a little bit more if you want. 60 Nam. How do you say that? 60. Nah, Mr. Rusi, something like that anyway. Are you a My Little Pony fan? If so, what's your favourite one? I don't think I've ever seen anything to do with My Little Pony really. I remember them from when we was real young kids like, but I don't think I've ever got into them really, so I can't actually tell you that one honestly. But if you'd like to tell me yours, you know, maybe I'll Google it and have a look into it, things like that. Last couple of questions from Terry Worrell. What colour are your socks? They're black at the minute actually. I just tend to stick to boring old socks. I haven't really got anything flamboyant. And finally, why don't sheep shrink when it rains? I'm not sure about this one really. Does wool in general, wool clothes shrink when it rains or when they get wet? I thought that was maybe like under a hot wash when I thought it was more to do with the heat of the water than the the actual fact that it's getting wet, but I might actually look into that one for you. And finally, do boxer shorts box. I'm not sure, it depends, you know, depends what's behind them and how big they are really, you know. Could be like a little mallet that could knock someone out, but yeah, PG kind of thing here. We won't get into that one at the minute. I'm not sure. Do your boxer shorts box, Mr. Worrell? And that brings us to the end. Wow, that was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. That's 40 minutes I've been sat gabbing for here now. A lot of questions to get through. I didn't think it would take that long, and I'm going to have to go back and do some more recording now, because I actually prepared footage for about 20 minutes or so. So I've got a hell of a lot more recording to do to get this to go up. But yeah, we're at the end now. Any more questions you want to ask, put them in the comments and I'll try and answer them. But we'll try and do a few more Q&As in the future as well, definitely. But for now, sorry I jabbered on quite a lot, but I do like to try and get through every single one of your questions. You know, you've taken the time and the effort to ask me them, so I like to take the time and the effort to answer them all for you. So yeah, there we are at the end anyway, guys. Massive thanks to all of you. 4,000 people in less than a year. It's just, I never dreamed it would be that much, and hopefully we can grow stronger together. And yeah, so thanks everybody for watching. If you've watched all of this, like I said, any more questions, let me know in the comments, and I will see you in my next video.